squeaky chair. Unfortunately, I just shot this video all in one clip, but made a rookie mistake and did not plug in my audio. So this is take 2. What's going on, everybody? Today we will be talking about the 3 must-dos in Positano, Italy. Thanks for joining. My name is Andrew Card and I am the owner of Pause Capture Create. I'm a photographer and videographer based out of San Francisco, and in this channel we talk about photography, videography tips. We also talk about my personal take on product reviews, or from time to time you'll get my insight on business or personal growth, and even some fun travel videos. Before we begin today, take a moment to subscribe, share, and leave a comment behind so I can get the chance to meet you. And again, thank you for stopping in. Also, for those of you who have made it this far, there is some bonus information at the end of the video, so stay tuned. So the first item that we will be discussing is the food, and everyone loves food. So if you've made it this far, well, surprise, I'm going to provide you with the best restaurants that my wife and I enjoyed the most and why. But to make this easier, if you want to pause the video and screenshot these locations, I've made it easy by adding some bullet points for you here. So go ahead and do it now. So the first place we're going to talk about is the Gabrisa restaurant and wine bar. Now, this place was just steps away from our Airbnb and it has a scenic view. It's absolutely amazing. In fact, where you sit, your table is right along the railing, then it's the cliffside and some homes and shops below with the road and the Mediterranean Ocean. But the reason why we love this the most is because the service was incredible, the pasta was out of this world, and the wine, oh man, yes, that's why we've come to Italy, and this is the place that sets that example. Plus, it was our first stop as a whole. So we just gotten off the plane that day, had a long, horrendous wait to actually get to our Airbnb. But when we got settled in, showered, got ready after a long flight, this was a great option, just steps away from our Airbnb. Now for the second option, we recommend this place because it is street side. It's that beautiful feeling of Positano. But the thing that you should be aware of is that when we say street side, it is literally on the street. Meaning that where we sat, there was cars and scooters and mopeds running by that are within inches from you. So it's a little bit to get adjusted to. Forgive me, I don't speak Italian. The restaurant name is Sacaceno and this place is incredible. Now, the cool thing about Italy is that when you're there, people don't rush you to get out. They want you to enjoy yourself, enjoy the experience. If you want more food, order it. If you want to hang out and just have a great time and enjoy a glass of wine, do it. And that's what it's all about. Now, the third place has to do with pizza, and this is why it's on the list. Obviously, when you come to Italy, you're going to want pasta, bread, wine, pizza, lasagna. You're going to want to try all of the authentic food. But in my case, I was searching for the pizza. And this place, which is called Ristorante De Concentino, was a bit of a hike outside of town. In fact, it was at the top of the town. And when you get there, you can totally tell it's a family environment. You sit down, it's a little bit old school of a restaurant. The view overlooks Positano, so it's absolutely amazing. I do recommend calling and making some reservations so that you can get a window side table. But this place had the best pizza. Spicy salami, spicy sauce, not too spicy, but enough to give you a little bit of a zing. My wife just had spaghetti, and it happened to be the best, most delicious spaghetti that you've ever had. So the fourth one is the Wine Dark House. Now this one is incredible. We showed up a little bit later at night and we met the owner. The owner came out, told us some funny stories, chatted with us for a while, made recommendations on his favorite sandwiches, and got us some drinks. He was a great person. I just recommend stopping by this place. It's a sandwich and wine shop, so you can fully enjoy the experience without overloading on a whole bunch of different food. All right, so the last one on my list is Casa E Botega. Now this is a coffee, breakfast, and lunch spot. It is a must do. When we went there, first experience was lunch. and it was delicious. Like, they gave us coffee. The coffee was so good. The lunch courses were amazing. And you can, after you get done with the restaurant, you're just, down the street from the beach, so you can head straight over there. And I'm actually going to put a link to my Instagram here because I did make a reel about it. So if anyone's looking to make a quick save and just recommend it here in the future, you're going to be able to find it on my Instagram. Now, the second item we're going to talk about is the beach life. There are two main beaches that you should be aware of and visit. One to us was clearly our favorite, and we're going to get to that one. First beach I want to talk about is the iconic view. So the ones that you see on Instagram or in the commercials, or you look at Positano, you want to get that view with the huge hill that leads up with all the shops and homes on it. Yes, this is the beach. It's called Positano Spaggia. This is a must-do for all Instagrammers and influencers and anyone that's just out there. But there's a couple things that I want to make some recommendations on so that you can be prepared before you go. So one, there is a free beach, has a volleyball court. You can go throw a towel down and enjoy yourself. The thing that I do recommend though is just a little bit further down the beach, there is a location where you can rent your beach chairs and your umbrella. Now, I think it's somewhere in line with, I think it's $60 for the umbrella, the towel, and your beach chair, but it's already set up for you. A host will take you down there, get you set up, and you can have a great time. Now, the cool thing about this chair setup though, is that they have a QR code that you can register on your phone, and then you can order food and drinks, and they will bring it directly to your chair. So it is very convenient, especially if you plan to spend all day out. I recommend you get to the beach early and set up shop. But in the case that you are just trying to enjoy your day, you get dressed up, you're heading out, and you want to find yourself at the beach at the end of the day, do know that there are some changing stations. There's bathrooms, there's a couple restaurants there, so you can pack up a beach bag and go prepared and enjoy the sun later on in the afternoon. Now, the second beach, which is our favorite, is called Funio Beach. Now, the reason why this one was our favorite, although it was a little bit harder to get to, and when I say that, there's a lot of stairs that are involved to get down and to come back up. So do keep that in mind as you are making your way down to this beach. But the reason why it's our favorite is because it is a little bit more secluded. It's not in the main town. So when you get there, you have bright blue turquoise water. The water is warm, it's beautiful. Again, I recommend renting a chair. I think it was a little bit cheaper, 40 euros or 50 euros. You get the umbrella and you get the chairs and the towels, and it's absolutely amazing. Now, the cool thing about this beach is it's a little bit tighter, meaning smaller, and there's a couple bars and restaurants right behind you. So if you do want to get some food, you can walk up, grab a drink. You can still see your beach area from the bar or the restaurant, which makes it a little bit more comforting, especially if you are someone like me that likes to bring a camera or your cell phone. We had a little speaker as well, so there's a couple of valuable items that we were afraid of getting stolen, and in this case we had direct line of sight. But we did love this place because the water was beautiful, it was warm, and you could see a little bit into the town, which made, a really cool experience. But on our other side, on the right side of the beach, there's also some ancient ruins where they used to light some fires, or at least that's what I was told and read, is that they used to light fires here to warn the locals that the pirates were coming. And finally, the third item to enjoy is a boat ride to Capri. Yes, I do recognize that this isn't in Positano. In fact, the recommendation that I'm talking about is out of Sorrento. In Positano, you can get a ferry and transfer over to Capri, but I'm gonna recommend a specific one that we found on the Airbnb experience. Now, the thing that we did, which was not a lot of research, but we didn't understand the full distance between Sorrento and Positano before we actually got there. And so part of the problem with us is that we had to figure out transportation. So we sent a message over to the host of this boat trip to Capri and asked if they'd recommend any shuttles or taxis to get over there. But they blew our expectations out of the water. So they messaged us back, and for an additional 100 euros, the owner of the boat, she came and picked us up personally over in Positano and drove us over to Sorrento. Got us there first, we were the first on the boat, and then the group came. The boat experience itself, we had like 10 to 14 people. They took us out with some drinks and some waters, and we were able to experience the coastline. Now the coast, they would take us to the ancient Roman sites. In fact, we saw some, broken down castles. We also saw more of the architecture where they would light the flame to warn the locals about pirate raids. But one of the cooler experiences is that they took us to this waterfall. The Romans built it about 2,000 years ago. That's what they used to pull up their ships. They would open up the hatch, they would pour water in, so they had drinking water on their boats, but it also allowed them to shower. So we pulled the boat up, and of course I had to do it. I'm like that person that just needs to get that experience, but I was able to hang my head over, get the waterfall over, and I felt like a Roman. But when you make your way over to Capri, they go to the caverns that are carved out by the sea. You get some experience over there. You go through the big arch that is very famous in several different commercials or fashion magazines. But for us, we went on the backside of Capri, which is a little bit more quiet. The captain of the boat, he was able to radio into shore and book us a reservation at a restaurant there. We were able to sit down immediately, order up a pizza, get a couple bottles of wine, relax, enjoy the warmth, and then literally walk a few steps down and get on the beach when we were done and just hang out for the rest of the day. So I totally recommend this experience for anyone that's looking to get out. Enjoy Capri, because this is more personalized. Alright, so we're reaching the end of the video, but before I let you go, I want to introduce a couple bonus items that you can have and take along with you. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is called Bar Franco. Now, if you're looking to get dressed up and go out and get an iconic view, this is a great place to go. But there's a warning that I want to throw out there. There is a line, and it only opens at a certain time of day. So get there right on time. The reason why there's a line is because it's a small patio with limited seating, and the drinks are expensive. For us, it was 24 euros per drink. Now, they're very customized drinks. They're very, very delicious and very cool. For us, because we waited in line, we decided that we wanted to head somewhere else, and that's when we stumbled upon the Dark Wine House. Now, the second location, which you've probably already heard of, is called Music on the Rocks, which is AKA the Cave Bar. And yes, it's a true cave. It's pretty awesome. Now, for us, we went to the restaurant that's on the rooftop. You can make reservations there, enjoy the food. It's cool, it's great. The view is amazing, but the lounge and then the club are below it. The club opened up at 11 p.m. at night. So we went to the lounge, we got some drinks, had a great time listening to some awesome music. And then when the club opened up, we just walked downstairs and we're in this cave. And the cool thing was, we walked down there, we got our drinks, we're just hanging out. But just a few moments of being there, a whole wedding party walked in. So we were able to party, dance away, and it was so fun. Everyone was so happy and cheerful, and it just made the experience overall awesome. All right, so the last thing is Limoncello, which basically is lemon flavor. We got some people just out here pulling some brodies in the middle of the street, right when I'm trying to do the YouTube channel. So the last thing I'm gonna make a recommendation for is Limoncello, which is like a lemon flavored liqueur, but it does have a bite like vodka or bourbon. Now, the reason why I recommend this is because it is a staple of Positano and Italy. Go ahead and enjoy it. Try it out if that's something that you're into, and if not, then so be it. Maybe take it home for a gift to somebody. So that's it. Those are the 3 must-dos, which you got a little bit more bonus information than you were probably expecting, but those are the 3 must-dos for Positano, Italy. Don't forget, when you're there, this is a beautiful destination. Make sure you're living in that experience. Now, just to give you a heads up, we did visit in May of 2022, so depending on when you're watching this, things may have changed. That's why I'm recommending it to you today, and just go enjoy it. Have a great time. So thank you for joining today. As you know, my name is Andrew Card. I'm with Pause Capture Create. And before you go, like, share, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.